Welcome. Today we're going to take a look at climax and anticlimax. These are both figures of speech. So let's start by taking a look at climax. So this is a point in the writing which displays great intensity or excitement. Another piece to climax is that it is a turning point in the story. So this is typically when a plot moves in another direction. I'll give you an example here. So in Romeo and Juliet, the climax, there's a little disagreement on when the climax is. There are two that can be argued here. Some readers say that the climax is when Romeo kills Tybalt, and the reason is because that is where we get change in the direction of the plot. So now Romeo has been banished from Verona. He has to leave the city. So because of that plot change, that's suggested as a climax in the story. Other readers suggest that the scene where Romeo drinks the poison and Juliet stabs herself, some readers say that that is the climax because that solidifies the play as a tragedy. So you see here that when a scene hits this really high point in intensity and when things change, that's a climax. So the opposite here is anticlimax. So an anticlimax is actually a decline in intensity or excitement after a previous rise. So you have this scene where you're kind of disappointed in the contrast in what was happening before. So it can be a little bit off-putting sometimes. Sometimes that's done for the purpose of creating humor too. Let's take a look at a couple of examples here. If you've ever read a story that ends with, "and then I woke up from my dream," that's an anticlimax. Sometimes younger writers will do this. They'll write this great story. It's got a lot of maybe science fiction elements or really interesting things going on. And then all of a sudden they say, "and then I woke up from my dream." And it kind of feels like a little bit of a letdown. That's what anticlimax is. Another example here is in the movie Monty Python and the Holy Grail. At the end there, the police arrest King Arthur at the end of the film. So because this is a humorous film, it's meant to be funny, but it is that anticlimax of where you kind of expect to have this climactic ending, but it's not, and ends up being with the quick arrest instead. So that's climax and anticlimax, both figures of speech. Hopefully that's helpful information to you, and good luck with your writing.